when it rains, it fucking pours. Just last night, I was notified about a live stream in which Dragnot Silvas and his buddies gathered together on in StreamYards, where they sat around and discussed the issues regarding Shanny for Christ. And I was fortunate enough to join the chat at the last minute, and I had a great time just sitting there and listening to discussions on the matter. Hell, I even partook in the conversation as well. Just after that initial stream ended, Shanny hosted a stream of her own where she lost her shit and had a meltdown. So because of that, I just wanted to give you guys an update on what transpired in the past few weeks leading up to last night's debacle. I think the first place to start is with G-Man, Shanny's personal messenger. Now I'm pretty sure we all know G-Man's a grifter and is just in it for the money. With that being said, G-Man went on his YouTube channel where he bitched out users such as Dragnot Silvas and Burnt Toast. Apparently, G-Man didn't like where things left off, so he had to ramp it up a little bit and flat out lied to his viewers, throwing out false accusations towards Drag and others. But I don't want you to think that Gary is just a whiny little boy. I mean, he's more than that. In fact, G-Man is the type of person who would throw you under the bus just to save his own ass. But he's just a minor portion of this saga. He's just a spurgy idiot who likes to talk a buttload of shit and never follow through. That and sell out his friends. The main course would be Shanny herself. See, just about a few weeks ago, Shanny went on a tirade, throwing false accusations towards Drag and others as a way to get them off YouTube. But the real shit show didn't happen until last night. What I'm about to tell you took place 19 hours ago. Keep in mind that this isn't the first time Shanny's thrown around these accusations. Keep in mind that this isn't the first time Shanny would berate people who disagree with her. I mean, she did blame Drag for all the turmoil in her life in that previous stream. Hell, she even ramped it up a bit by even going as far as suicide baiting her audience. Hell, you can even hear Rev in there trying to interject right before he was immediately cut off. It's almost like what I've been saying this whole time. Shanny is a sick fucking person, and Rev is just a naive idiot who believes in everything she tells him. But if you think she's done at this point, you would be wrong. Because she just doesn't want, doesn't just want people removed from the internet. She also wants their livelihood ruined. Aside from her usual whining about how she was a misunderstood victim, last night's stream just showed an even uglier side of Shanny. More ugly than what she looks like right now. There was one instance in that initial stream which revealed that Shanny was angry at Mrs. Drag for her husband's online activities. So she demanded her to divorce him. Keep in mind that that wasn't the first time she said that. But it doesn't just stop there, folks. Because In that same initial stream, Shanny also called for Dragnot's death as well. The fact remains that Shanny isn't just content with having people's lives ruined, but she is willing to take things further by wishing death on them. Now, Shanny being Shanny immediately wanted to turn this whole ordeal into a pity party. She wanted to say how that she's been bullied and how people are mistreating her. And when she was called out on that, she did what she normally did. She threw a hissy fit. So there you have it. Shanny for Christ, the self-identified abuse victim who repeatedly made threats towards people, who's engaged in dangerous and disgusting activities, who's talked about wanting lives ruined, admitting this publicly on the internet. If I were to look for a parallel for who Shanny reminds me of, aside from Chris Chan, I'd say it's Jonathan Ross. Now, for those who aren't aware of who Ross was, he was this 22-year-old self-admitted pedophile from Orange County, California, who's had a history online talking about his vile lifestyle whilst trying to get people to feel sorry for him. And for years and years, Ross would pester the internet, getting in fights with random strangers to the point where he would throw temper tantrums like a small child, screaming death threats at people continuously. Today, Ross is under observation at a psych ward where he fucking belongs. But he got away with it because most people thought he was just another spurgy lolcow begging for his 15 minutes of fame. Now you have Shanny doing the same thing, demanding people to pay attention to her. Complaining about how she was abused by her parents, how she was mistreated by her significant others, how trolls have tormented her non-stop. There are videos out there where she would get into shouting matches with her family, her spouses, and even her kids. And let's not forget the body cam footage, which resulted in her arrest. And let's also not forget the fact that she doesn't bathe. She shits herself, and she would even have assistance from her husband or even her kids to help her in the bathroom. A disturbed psychopath who was putting it out there for the whole world to see. Knowing this, it's easy to understand the reaction Shanny got when she did this stream. People had enough, and they started posting proof of them having enough on social media. I mean, there have been people who were contacting Child Protective Services to get her kids removed. There have been people who've been contacting law enforcement to do like a wellness check on her. They've been even contacting other content creators to cover her story. Now, personally, I'm the type of person who likes to laugh at others' misfortune. It's what I'm trying to build my channel on. But Shanny for Christ strikes me as different. I don't think she's just a weird individual. I think she's a dangerous individual. I think Shanny for Christ is the type of person you're going to read about in the news when she does something dramatic, and I won't be laughing anymore.